The Instructional Improvement Cycle Toolkit guides teachers through the process of selecting, testing, and adjusting instructional strategies. The toolkit includes 3 tools: a planning guide, the Excel analysis tool, and a reflection guide. The toolkit was created in collaboration with teachers from York Public Schools in York, Nebraska. In the spring semester of 2015, over 20 York Public School teachers implemented individual action research studies utilizing the Instructional Improvement Cycle tool. They did this with the support of their district, the ESU Professional Development Coordinator, and the rest of the teachers in their action research cohort. 3 of these teachers offered to share their experiences and to serve as models for implementation of the toolkit. This video details their experiences selecting and testing a strategy, collecting student data, using the Excel analysis tool to determine baseline equivalence and effect size and confidence in the effect size, and then reflecting on the results to adjust their own instruction.
My name is Judy Danielson, and I teach for York Elementary School, and I'm a reading specialist.
My name is Jordan Crawford. I teach special education at York High School. Mostly focused on math.
My name is Pam Peterson, and I teach 8th grade Earth Science here at York Middle School.
I used the strategy of academic games. I decided to use that strategy after I used the roadmap questions, which were Route 1 was what challenges was I having in my classroom. Route 2 question was what were some upcoming topics that I was going to be teaching. And Route 3, what were some strategies that I really wanted to try with my students.
And I did a check for learning, exit ticket at the end of the day. I wanted to do something that would be reflective, I guess, because a lot of what I do is based on how they're doing and how they're picking up the information. So I needed something that would help me reflect on how they're doing and then control what we're going to do the next day.
I chose something that I thought was meaningful, of course, which was review games, but also reviewing content. So educational games for a review purpose. And so I just took what I normally did for my actual assessment, and it worked perfectly.
I normally give them a 10-question quiz or something to that effect. So then I just gave them a pre-test that went along with the post-test that they were going to take anyway. The tool itself was really easy to use. I mean, you just take your pre-test, take your post-test, throw them in for your experimental and control groups, and it gives you data.
So baseline equivalency is when the data showed that the students were starting at the same starting point. And so for me, I did have baseline equivalency. And so that was a good thing because then your data is going to show truly where they went from there. My results showed that there was confidence in the data. And so if I was to repeat that, it would show probably the same results, and that we had enough numbers to say, yes, this data is valid and repeatable.
The confidence was no on my scale, but I think that was just because of the number of kids that I had in the class. I only tested 7 kids in each class.
I recorded my assessment results, and then when I was finished, I added that to the Excel tool, the pre-test and the post-test. From that, I could see what my effect size was. My score was 1.54. When I first looked at the formula in the planning guide, I thought, oh my God, I have to calculate this every time. But when I went to the Excel tool, you simply plug in your scores and it calculates it for you. And then you can just sit back and reflect and ask yourself, you know, did we make progress? Is the effect size positive? Did it show student, progress throughout? And if it didn't, what could I do to change that so that I did see student achievement?
I had a negative 0.5 effect size. After I got over the initial shock of, it's negative, oh my gosh, I started to reflect and to say, okay, so why did I get that? What does that data show? Was the strategy the most effective? Probably not the way I did it. So I would make changes, obviously, but the reflection made me go, it's not a bad thing. It just says, okay, where am I going to go from here?
It allows you to see whether strategies that you're wanting to implement can actually be effective in it versus just go in and say, oh yeah, I think that worked. It actually gives you data that tells you that the strategy you implemented was effective.
Participating in this process definitely helped me become a better teacher, because anytime as a teacher you can step back and look at what you're doing and look at the student's achievement, which is the ultimate goal. We not only become better teachers, but we're better for our students, and we can help our students achieve the goals that they need to meet.
I think that this tool can be effective for any teacher that wants to be reflective, wants to continue to develop some skills or develop some techniques to help their students grow, I think that it can be effective for about anybody.
And I would use the tool for the data again, because the spreadsheet was easy and it gave me a lot of information. This wasn't cumbersome. And so if I can see how effective I am in 20 minutes of my time, why would I not?